wanted to talk to you as a mom with lots of kids. What I do to budget and save at the grocery store. And you'll have to excuse me because the baby is kind of fussy, so I'm sitting down here trying to deal with her and do this. And I have a couple of kids that are just being wild today. And my big kids are working and stuff. It's just been a really hectic last week or so. Anyway, so back to meal planning and budgeting. So number one right there, meal plan, menu plan. I look through my pantry, my fridge, my extra freezer, and I look to see what I have first off. And then usually I come up with a couple meals through that stuff, or if I have to add other stuff, then that goes into my list. I do old school. I usually have a plan for breakfast, lunches, dinners. Sometimes I do a whole month's worth of meals. Sometimes if life is just hectic for me and that, I'll do a couple weeks at a time. Usually 2 weeks at a time is what I do. For our breakfast and lunches are kind of about the same each week. Breakfast we do, we rotate the same things. We'll do pancakes or waffles or French toast, usually with sausage, sometimes with bacon because bacon's usually expensive and I just don't get it. We do cereal once a week. We do bagels with cream cheese. We do toast with either peanut butter or Nutella, and then usually it's either yogurt with fruit or smoothies to go with that. We do biscuits and gravy. Sometimes we do muffins. Those are usually my fruit, whatever I'm using up. We do egg in a hole, or egg and sausage burritos, or just eggs, scrambled eggs, and toast for breakfast. Depends on what I have. On occasion, we do cinnamon rolls or a breakfast casserole of some sort. It just really depends on what I have and what I'm budgeting in. And lunch, we do a lot of sandwiches. We do grilled cheese, lunch meat sandwiches, tuna sandwiches sometimes, wraps, salad, mac and cheese, quesadillas, pizzas, or we'll do, sometimes I'll just buy a couple pizzas, or we make homemade pizzas, or we do homemade Lunchables. That's one that the little kids like a lot. I usually buy pepperonis or and cheese and crackers, or some other kind of lunch meat to go with that. We do peanut butter and jelly. We do tuna cakes for lunch. Sometimes we do corn dogs. Sometimes we do chicken cities or pitas. Just depends on what I find. A lot of times we do leftovers, or fend for yourself. Sometimes we do breakfast for lunch, kind of thing. Now dinners, it just rotates through. And after I get my 2 weeks worth of, at least 2 weeks worth of meals, and we do a lot of chicken meals because they're cheap. We do a lot of soups, which goes on to our, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. That's number 3. We do hearty meals. So we do casseroles. We do soups. We do crock pot meals, because if I can go ahead and have everything ready for the crock pot, I can throw it in there, or I put it all in a Ziploc bag and I freeze it, and then my kids just have to dump it into the crock pot, turn it on, and cook for the day. And usually most of our crock pot meals are something with, a lot of times it's over rice or noodles, and sometimes it's just the main dish and we'll have a side dish. Okay, so 1, menu plan. Know your budget too. Know what you can spend each month and stick to it. 2, look through your pantries, freezers, fridge, use what you got up, and then incorporate meals around that. 3, hearty meals, your casseroles, your soups, crock pot meals, easy things that you can, so to prevent you from going out to eat or ordering food. Okay, next, as a large family, we buy in bulk. Usually I go to Sam's Club. We do have a Costco's over in Mobile, which is about 15 minutes to 20 minutes away. But I haven't gone over there. Sam's is just right up the street for me, so that's usually where I go. Sometimes we found bulk at our local Piggly Wiggly grocery store. They have a bulk section. And then Walmart sometimes has a little bit of bulk, but I usually go to Sam's before that. And for our bulk items, our main ones are I buy big bags of rice, big bags of sugar, flour, because we do a lot of baking, muffins and breads and stuff. Seasonings, we get the big containers of seasonings at Sam's Club, and it seems to last us a little bit longer. Big bags of the frozen vegetables. We get a lot of the green beans and broccoli, and we a lot of times just oven roast those with seasoning. Ooh, excuse me. Cheese. We get lots of cheese slice, and then I get a lot of the meats and stuff from Sam's Club too. And then I buy a whole bunch and freeze it. Toilet paper, that's a different thing. Toilet paper and all that's not part of my grocery budget, it's the other budget. Alright, we check ads and sales, and when there's a good sale, we stock up on that. Budgeted in, get extras. Canned goods were on sale not too long ago with Thanksgiving and holidays, and I was able to buy a couple of cases.
Hit the camera. Sorry.
Y'all go play.
I'm being me. This is my cat.
I have the camera on, kids, and I'm doing videoing, so y'all need to be quiet. Alright, so ads is another thing. We check the ads, stock up on good sales, make your menus around that.
You see me?
Do you see me?
Yeah.
So that is our main thing. Now I have on a side note, like I have a certain budget for our non-grocery items, which are toilet paper, diapers, pull-ups, household, any of that stuff. And that's a separate bulk thing.
Make me hold it out. Son hit me.
Alright, back to that. We do household as a separate thing. I usually try to get my toilet paper and that, and I try to buy it in bulk with that. We also get paper plate. Stop moving it. Paper plates and things like that. With our thing. I try to stay away from convenience. We use a lot of paper plates and stuff. Our dishwasher is out. It's a convenient thing for me. It really just helps. Also, my daughter Brianna lives here. She has her 3 kids, and as a single mom for her, she gets WIC, which helps us out too. Gives us milk and stuff like that. For another way to save on groceries and stuff is if you have a baby, breastfeeding definitely saves on the bill. Saves a lot on the bill. But if you can't breastfeed, it's alright. So I hope that helped out some. Sorry, now I'm like all jittery. The kids did all this kind of thing. Anyway, so here, we'll run it one more time. Know your budget. Stick to your budget. Have a running tally of what stuff goes. Best way, one of the great ways to do that too is to do the online grocery pickup and that. They give you your items, you know exactly what you're spending. If you don't do, and even if you don't do the grocery that, it's great to go in there and kind of throw it all into your meal, into your plan, and then you can kind of have a guesstimate of what you spend at each store. Menu plan. Look through your pantries and that, and pick and use up what you have in there. Make meals around that. Buy in bulk. Check for ads. Stock up. Stock up on sales. Make hearty meals. Do not buy a lot of processed food. Homemade is great. We make homemade breads, banana breads and stuff. I haven't done too many of just regular bread. Sorry, Everest is being a little fussy. I make granola bars. We make cookies, homemade cookies. Pizza dough, I make that homemade. I have a bread maker, bread machine. Love it. Picked it up at Goodwill or one of the consignment things for like $8, and it works perfect. Eat breakfast for dinner or lunch some of the time. Eat leftovers. I tell my kids, and make leftovers. Another thing we do a lot of is I turn leftovers into something else. For example, we eat tacos one night, it becomes taco soup, or a Mexican casserole, or a baked burrito casserole, something to that nature. Same thing with just about anything. Life is hectic around here. Alright, so that's how we save. We'll have another grocery haul coming up soon. If you like these kind of videos, give us a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. I am Dara with Less with Chaos. I am a single mom to 8. My kids range in age from 24 down to 6. I also have 3 granddaughters that are 6 down to almost 2 months now, who live at home. My oldest son is moving into an apartment this week, actually. And so we will have 11 people living in our home. And I homeschool, and I work, and vlog. So thank you for watching, and come back and watch us again.